Alright guys, I'm in to Codex. This is going to be a walkthrough, just an attempt to take you through what it is, what it does. So let's get started here. I want to click on Get Started first. And we have a little introduction here. Codex, what is it? It's your software engineering agent. And it drafts GitHub pull requests, navigates your code base, runs lint and tests, and it's powered by a new model. That's, to me, was one of the more interesting things, is that it's powered by a brand new model called Codex. Codex requires MFA. All right, all good. So let me sign up for that. All right, so we're in. Signed up for the MFA. Now here we are. Now I want to pull in this project, Meta Agent, which is an agent that I've been working on that uses the OpenAI Agents SDK to generate new agents based on a natural language spec. So let's go ahead. We're going to create an environment. Model improvement. Allow training on your context. Allow your Codex tasks and environments to be used to help improve our models. So only include repos you've linked to an environment and for which you're an admin. Okay. Sure. Why not? Alright, so we picked a few tasks to get you started. Explain the codebase to a newcomer. Pick part of the codebase that seems important and fix a bug. Alright, so let's go ahead and I guess we can just run these. That's kind of the point here, is to just get a first look. All right, so it's working on the task right now. Let's see if I click into one of these, we can see that on this task it's downloading the repo, setting up the runtime, exploring the files. Pretty cool. And then we got, let's see, explain Codebase. So basically you can see what's happening inside the terminal of the environment. This is a software engineering AI agent working for me in the cloud on some actual code that I've written. I did use AI to help me write this code, so I will give the AI credit where credit is due. Let's see what else we have up here. Okay, cool. We have environments. So we have our different environments, data controls. We got a link to the docs up here, which you can't see that on the screen share, but it opens up a link to the Codex docs. So that's cool. And then we go back. Yeah, so we just have these agents running. Now I want to switch to my full refactor branch because that's what I've been working on. Okay, so let's say in this project I have a list of tasks. I'm currently working on task_011. And within that task, I'm working on subtask 11.6. What I'd like you to do is go into the code base and see what the status is of this subtask. Where am I at on that? And also, I would like you to run the tests equivalent to or relevant to that task 11.6 using the hatch environment. And if there are any tests that are not passing, make the necessary updates to get those tests to pass while maintaining the integrity of the code. the integrity of the test. So one of the things I've had issues with is AIs. They'll just like, oh, we'll just skip the test, and that means the test won't fail. But that's not how we should do it. All right, so let's go ahead and this is kind of like asking and then asking for code at the same time. So this project combines a Python package that generates and validates agents with a nodes-based task management CLI. Yes. The root README describes, okay, so the root README describes installing Taskmaster, which is the node-based task management CLI. We have the mermaid diagram that we created. Yeah, all our important modules, the tests, run the tests, experiment with the CLI. Okay, that's a good overview of where I'm at. Let's see about this bug. Corrected the coverage threshold constant so that the coverage comparisons use a percentage instead of a fraction. Okay, that makes sense. And then it looks like it automatically tried to run the test of that. I think this is okay. And let's go ahead and push it. Failed to create a PR. Okay. Do we know why it failed? Maybe because it's failing to run the test. Let's skip that for now. And let's start another task. We can start another task here. And this is asking it to run the test and fix any failing tests. So I'm going to send that in. So yeah, so now we have all of these different tasks running. We have 3 different tasks running at the same time. Review code base for issues and tasks. And we can go in and we can see changes. We can make PRs based on that. There's an AI-based software engineer working in the cloud on my code. It's something that never would have been possible. Just last year, this wouldn't have been possible. So I love it. I think this is a brand new thing. Hopefully it's as useful as it seems. I know a lot of times these things, as you dig into them, the more you try to do with them, the less these tools often can actually do. I'm hoping that it's going to be really useful. Alright, so one more thing that I noticed before I signed off. It looks like you do have to set up your environment in the cloud. So you need to add any environment variables here, or like a setup script to download dependencies, that sort of thing. So you can do that by going to environments and then clicking on your environments and editing and going to advanced. So as of right now, I'm not able to run any of the code that requires packages, so I need to set that up. So just wanted to add that before I sign off if you're confused about that part.